Hi, Deb here. Welcome to my craft room. Right, this is a very old Sophie and Toffee box from last year. Sophie and Toffee Elves box from last year. I just haven't got round to opening. Well, I have opened it and had a look, but I haven't got round to doing it. Oh, so this is the October Elves box. Let's just turn that right back so it doesn't get in the way. So this is the Crystal Druzy box. So let's open it and then we'll have a go at it. Okay. Tissue paper's a bit screwed up. There's a cloud mould. And these are, oh, there's a cross, little tiny hearts, moons, raindrops, star, and a little moon. And then, oh, beautiful resin. Resin? What is wrong with me today? Beautiful glitter. And sapphire blue crystal pigment dye. And that's a Druzy insert. Oh, these are more Druzy inserts. Let's see what ones we've got. Sorry for the noisy bags. Oh, there's a little Druzy star, an oval, a moon, and two other stars. So that's 3 stars, a moon and an oval. And here's a Druzy mould with lots of little Druzy shapes in. A big Druzy mould, which is very nice. Oh, a house or a church or something, a little house. Some clear twine, a metal ladder, and some 3-in-1, 3-to-1 resin. So I'll get myself sorted out. Oh, here's the back. I have seen some beautiful ones of these produced. Really, really nice. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with mine, but we'll have a look and see. I'll be back when I've decided. Right, I have mixed 30 grams of part B and 90 grams of part A, and I've mixed it thoroughly so there's no lines or anything in it. Now I want to add 1 drop of this sapphire resin. Apparently it is very, very strong, so I just need to add a tiny little drop to it. So the way I'm going to do that is just touch my spiky tool onto the top of there and see how it goes. No, maybe I can get away with 1 drop, just 1 drop. That's all. That's all I want. Don't want it to be dark. That's it, 1 drop. And let's see what happens with that. That smells really strong. It smells like it possibly alcohol ink or something, but never mind. Right, 1 drop may just be what I wanted. I think that will be perfect because I don't want it to be dark. And I also want to put some of this sapphire glitter in it as well. Not too much, just enough that you can see the sparkle, because we all need a bit of sparkle. There, that should, I would have thought, been enough. Where it's clear, I'm hoping that glitter, no, that is not quite enough, is it? Let's put a bit more in. A bit more. I'm going to overdo it now, aren't I? There you go. That should be right. Right. Now, that hopefully will make a nice looking cloud. Right, so we'll pour that into the cloud. Like that. Well, their measurements are clearly not right because they told me 120 grams and that is not filled it up. Never mind. I suppose it doesn't matter if it's not 100% filled up, does it? Oops. Better put the top on my glitter before I send it all flying everywhere. Now I'm going to give this a little tap to make sure there's no bubbles at the bottom. Although this is very slow drying resin, so the bubbles should be all right. It should all come up to the top. Now we have a ladder. We have the ladder, and what I want to do with the ladder is set it in it and then attach it to my drawers, which are on the other end of my desk. So yeah, I know you can't see this, but I've dipped the ladder in. I've put it so it's in my drawers, attached to my drawers and in the resin. I'll maybe go up a little bit with it. Don't need it too low. And then, so hopefully that will dry in there, and we can, I'll obviously show it to you when it's dry. The next thing I want to do is to mix up some UV resin with a tiny little bit of possibly silver glitter. Oh, I'm not sure what glitter because I want to make the raindrops. UV resin, little pot, little UV light, don't need a big one for this. It's working. And the threads. I think I'm going to have to take my gloves off to do this because I don't think it's going to be very easy to do with gloves on. Right, where's the end of the thread? There, I think there it is. Look, yeah. So undo that. Taking it too long. You don't want it to hang too low, do you? Right, now that's my first thread. I'll just show you a couple, and then I think that will probably be enough. UV resin, where's my, let's use this glitter. So we will have glittery raindrops. So what I'm going to do, I've got the very end of my thread there. And the first thing I want to do, you probably can't see, I've got the very end of my thread and I want to finish with a heart. So I'm going to put the very end of my thread in there. And I'm going to put that in there. And hopefully I can keep my thread in. Oh dear, this is not easy. Lost the thread. There it is. I can hopefully put my thread in there like that. Like that. Put this over the top. Move that out of the way. Put the UV light on it. I think that's probably done. Take that out of there. So that is now attached to the wire. Then I'm going to put some more UV resin in there. Just a touch more. Like that. Yeah, like that. And I'll put that heart on top of it. So it's a proper heart shape, like that. That's it, isn't it? Oh, a proper heart shape. Sorry if my head's getting in the way, people. That's it. And let's put the light on there. Like that. I think that's probably that done. Yeah, so that makes a heart-shaped drop on the end. Now I'm going to do exactly the same thing, working up the heart, but not working up the cord, but not with hearts, but with raindrops. And then you just have to keep neatening things. Not with hearts, but with raindrops. So I'll put that there. No. Do I want my raindrops to be crystally? No, what I'm going to do, change my mind. I am going to do all of the hearts on the ends first, and then I will make the raindrops a bluey colour. So I'll come back when I'm ready to do the raindrops. At the moment I'm just doing the hearts and you've seen those done, so I'll see you soon. Right, I've done 5 little hangy things and I've actually just done a raindrop. These are incredibly difficult to do, really difficult, very fiddly. I'm not really very good at the fiddly stuff. This is the fiddliest thing I've ever made. Trying to line this thread up when you can't even see it with the raindrop part or the heart part is very, very difficult. Now let's have a go, shall we? We'll see what we can do. Right, so I'll put a bit of sticky tape on there and I line up the thread with the raindrop. So that's lined down the center of the raindrop. Then we get, I don't know if you, I hope you can see this, then we get the resin and we pour it in. I do hope you can see this, and I've domed it because I just figure it's easier to do it in one, and then just put the lamp on it pointing away from the resin, which is over here, because we don't want that to dry. I'm not doing the other side because what I'll do is when they're all done I will put them all under my big light. So we take that off now. Hopefully it's cured enough, that's fine. And then we'll put the tape on again a bit lower like that, and we'll lay it down again. This is actually easier than the hearts were, I think. So let's do this one. I think I filled that other one a little bit too much. We'll try and be a bit more careful with this one. Don't need to be too full, do they? There. So this is actually quite simple. Light on again. So I have made my crystals, my raindrops. They are all dried, made with UV resin on the nylon cord. I don't know if you can see the nylon cord. Now I need to put them in this resin in the cloud. Now I want them to hang at different heights. So I think what I'm just going to do is just put them in the resin like that. And oh no, that didn't even go in, Deb. Come on. Where's my stick on there? Let's put that in there like that. In the resin. That's it. Push it down a bit because it needs to actually be in the resin. And it needs to be quite a long way in the resin, I think, because you don't want them to hang too low. So I'll leave that like that. Can you see that? I'm going to do that with all of them. Just put the raindrops on the edge, maybe not the same on the edge each time, maybe different heights, I don't know. But all of the nylon cord needs to be in the resin, otherwise it will show. And you don't want that, do you? Alright, that's that one. I don't think you can be a control freak and play this game because you won't be able to. Let's cut it a bit shorter. Maybe that would be more sensible. Cut it a little bit shorter. Put it in the resin. Right, that one's in. That went in. Let's just lift that up because it needs to actually be in the resin. So if I just leave that like that, dip that into the resin. Come on, my little beauty. And take that over that side. Oh, no, it's dropped out. It's dropped out. So pop it in again. Pop it in again, like that, and like that. Let's push it down. You need to make sure they're all pushed in, don't you? Right, now let's see what I can do with this. And let's put this in the middle there, coming out of this side. Just like that, and that, like that. That's it. Right, so that's all of those done now. I have got to leave that to cure. And I'm going to make the Druzy next. So I'll be back in a minute when I've mixed up the resin for the Druzy crystal. Right, I've mixed up some more resin. It won't be enough for the whole mould, but I didn't really want too much in there. So I'm going to mix up this mother of pearl in there like that. I'll just chuck a load in. I'm not measuring it. Stir it in so it's all mixed. I've just noticed that this mould looks matte. It doesn't even look particularly shiny, which is quite frustrating if it's a Druzy mould. But we probably won't be able to see properly until we demould it. So let's pour the resin in. This isn't going to be enough to do it all, but I thought I'd do the top, what will be the top coat, the coat that is on the top when it's finished in that glitter, and maybe the underneath coat in, I'm not sure what, maybe even clear. But actually that may well be enough. I'll wait and see. So that's that done. I've got a wipe to wipe my stick. That's not too short actually, that may be enough. Wipe to wipe my stick and my lighter. Where is it? There's my lighter, and a lighter to pop the bubbles. although this 3:1 resin is not very bubbly at all. It's a very good resin bubble wise, but not so curing time wise. It takes a very long time to cure. So that's that. I'm going to leave that. Look at that glitter sparkle. Oh, I do love sparkly glitter. Right, so I'm going to leave that, and it's probably going to be, I don't know, 2 days before I see you again. But I'll see you again. Bye. Right, I've been thinking about this really cute little house, and I think what I want to do is do it in plaster of Paris. If you watch my channel, you'll know that I did what did I do? I did a pot to see if plaster of Paris mixed with PVA glue and water together would be strong, and it was fairly strong. So what I'm going to do is mix. I'm going to put some PVA glue. Can't get any PVA glue open. That sounds about right, doesn't it? There we are. Right, I'm going to put a bit of PVA glue in, no, a bit of water in the pot, in the house first, like that, so that we get about half and half. Then I'm going to put some PVA glue in till it's full, like that. And then I'm going to get a little pot. Find a little pot. You have to excuse the noise in the background. The neighbour's child is having a tantrum. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to get my wet wipe. I'm going to wipe all of that out. Get my wet wipe all of that out. With the PV glue out there. That's that. And off my hands. Right. Now I'm going to mix. This is called stone cast powder, but it is actually sort of plaster of Paris. You know, it's plaster of Paris. I'll mix some of that in there, like that. And I'll stir it in. That would be about the right thickness. Stir it in. The reason I'm doing this for the house is that you can paint it then, and actually I think it would look much nicer painted, look much more like a house if it was made of plaster and painted. So that's what I thought I'd do. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a church or a house, but we'll decide when we paint it what we're going to make it into, won't we? So let's pour this into here. I know there's lots of bubbles in it, but hopefully when we tap, 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 they will disappear. That's the trouble with plaster of Paris. It does get very bubbly. But, like I say, hopefully we can tap, tap, tap the bubbles out. Right, well, I have a confession to make. I demoulded this without putting the camera on, forgot all about it. And also I used my yellow Posca pen to draw in the little window so it looked like someone was home on this deserted night. It's very bubbly, but when I paint it, I don't think it will matter. And it looks like an old building, which is what I wanted it to look like. So we'll put that to one side for now. Now let's demould the base. Oh, listen to that. Sounds good, doesn't it? Right. Oh, doesn't that look pretty? That is so pretty. You can put it up that way or that way. I actually quite like it that way. I think I'm going to put it that way. I just need to trim off the excess before we go any further. I'll do that in a minute. Right, now let's demould my cloud. Oh, one of them is too long. I'll have to trim that and re-glue. Yeah, I can use UV resin just to stick that on, can't I? I think. Let's get this side off. Oh, there. Oh, I'm pleased with that. That's come out really pretty. Can you see it? That is really pretty. The ladder's stuck in there beautifully, but I need to trim a couple, just this one. So let me do that now. Scissors, snip. Let's just trim it there, like that. Whereabouts am I going to put it? Right on this edge, I think. Get rid of that. Get my UV resin. Put that, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. That side, I think. I'd better get my UV light out as well while I'm at it, because I need all of my hands for this, won't I? All of my hands and a few other hands as well, I should think, for that. What a shame. I should have made sure that it was in properly, shouldn't I? Never mind. Right, so let's put that... Yeah, right on that edge like that. Actually, tape. Tape, that's what we need, isn't it? A bit of tape. So let's put that there like that. Put that there like that and tape that like that. So that stays there. So UV resin on, let's move that bit over. UV resin on there like that. Come on, UV. It's coming. Why is everything taking so long this morning? Maybe because it's the morning. My brain isn't knackling well. There we go. Let's just put that on there like that, all over it. That's it. Cover up the UV resin. This is J. Dixon's UV resin, but I just I put it in this little pot because it's so much easier with the little tiny head, and I put that over the top of it because those clear lids, those clear top bits aren't very good at keeping the resin from going over. Right, that's cured. Let's take this tape off now. That's it. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. I'm really pleased with how they hang. Really pleased with those. What I will do when it's all finished is I'll show it to you, because you can't see it from that angle, can you? Right, the next thing we need to do is to paint the house. Now I have, this is called Mermaid. Now this I'm going to paint on the roof, and this is cream I'm going to paint on the walls. On the roof I'm going to add a little tiny bit of this glitter so it looks as if the snowy rain has fallen on the roof. Now what I'm going to do is mix the paint, the, what's it called, mica powder, with a little bit of PVA glue, which isn't wanting to come out for me. Oh, not a good day, is it? There we are, bit of PVA glue, just a little. And close the lid. And a tiny bit of water, just a tiny bit to make it more. That's that. And some paint. Oh, no little spoon for me. You need a little spoon for your mica powder, don't you? Right, yeah, there's my mica powder. Right, let's stir this up. I may need to put more glue in. I think I've probably put in a bit too much water. Yeah, too much water. So more glue. I want to paint the roof, and then I'll do the walls. Right, I think that is probably a better consistency. Whoops. Dear. Right, sorry, I'm sitting here painting away. I'd forgotten to turn the camera on. I did the roof, as you can see, and when I'd finished putting the last coat of paint on, I just sprinkled some of the, here it is, some of the Hemway Mother of Pearl glitter over the top so it looks a bit sparkly. And then I mixed the cream mica powder in with some PVA glue, and I've literally just painted over. I'm just doing the last bit now. I was just painting away and I forgot to turn the camera on. I can't turn it on its side because all the paint's wet, so I will come back to you when it's all dry and give you another look. I don't think I'm going to need to do a second coat on that because it doesn't need to look perfect. I just want it to look, you can see it a bit, you see the windows are alight now and it's all painted. I think that's enough because it's supposed to look like an old house or church or whatever. So I'm going to leave that to dry and I'll be back again. Sorry people, having serious problems with my camera today. So I'm sorry you've missed it, but this is how far I've got. I put some crystals, well, I put one crystal down on the base to start with, and I leant the ladder against it, and I did it with UV resin, and the ladder was still tipping, so I put another crystal on top. The ladder is now standing up. As you can see, my house is finished and painted. Not sure where I'm going to stand it. possibly put it there. Yeah, I think I may put it there. I'm going to pop another few crystals in and around like that. Maybe one there, one there. I want the house to stand nicely, maybe like that. Yeah, that's it. So let's put a crystal there like that. I can sit there like that. Put the light on it. Can you see all this? I'm sorry if you can't see. Put another crystal there. Put a load of resin in there. And put that crystal there. Oh, come on, you stand there. That's it. And the house there. Leave those to settle, and then I want to put some of these crystals in just here and there. Also had a thought, what would be good with this mould is make a cloud, any colour you like, and then you could hang like these off, but you could do hearts or anything like that, couldn't you? And have it as a sun catcher or like a mobile thing. You could do hearts, you could put little bells on the bottoms. Yeah, make it into a sun catcher or a wind chime. That would be lovely. I might do that. Because you can always drill a hole in the top of the cloud and hang it. So you could have it any colour you liked with different colour bits hanging off it. I think that would be really, really nice. Just waiting for this to cure. And then I've put some of these crystals in there. I have got some brownie coloured ones as well, which I may, yeah, look, I've got some peachy colours. So that would be, oh, come on, that would be the right colours, wouldn't it? Peachy colours. Peach and clear, that would be perfect, because that's the colours of, yeah, it's kind of the colours we've gone with, the peaches and the clears, and then that's what we'll do. Oh, the light's gone off now. Let's see, make sure this is all stuck. That's stuck. Oh, the house hasn't. That hasn't really. Let's put some more under the house. Oh. Let's put some more under the house. Put that there like that. Right, let's put some of these around here. Come on, you, out the way. That's it. Just put a few of these around here, like that. What I'll do is just dump a load on, and then the ones that don't stick, I'll shake off and put them back. It's probably the way to do it, isn't it? Put some there, and put the peachy colours down the back of the house, because that's the top on here. To keep these out of the way. Right. So this is the finished product. I love it. I am really, really pleased that it's getting a bit tied up here and there. I will take a picture. I will also weigh it down so that it doesn't curve up, but I'm really, really pleased with that. I think that's lovely. I'll stand it and take a picture to show you how it looks, but I'm really pleased with that. I'll take some pictures to put on the end. Thank you for joining me in my craft room, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye.